Hey, it's Leopardess and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we're going to do backyard renovation part 3. Woo! So last time in my backyard renovation, I was working on the arbor. I was still planting some plants. Today, I'm actually installing my pygmy tree. So one thing that I really want to capture is the Florida landscape. And as I said, I wanted to make sure that I incorporate a lot of palm trees, a lot of different variations. So I went out and I was looking for this pygmy tree everywhere. What I liked about it is that it wasn't too big. It's not one of the ones that grow like 20 feet because we don't got time for that. So when I found out that a pygmy stays a pygmy, we decided to use this one. So we actually got this delivered to the house and we're like, like we can plant this, like we got this. No, like this thing was heavy as hell, one. Two, you had to dig the hole, I think two times as deep and 2 times as wide, and basically make sure that the trunk of the plant is like, above the ground. So it took a lot of work to dig the hole, 1, and then 2, even just removing it from the pot, which you guys see here, was a lot of work. It's sped up by like 20x. So, but it was really a lot of work and it was very difficult moving it. So I personally would not recommend doing this by yourself. I think this is a job for like 3 or 4 people because it was super heavy, but I definitely didn't expect this. So right now we're trying to get out the pot. We didn't think it was going to be so hard to get out the pot. We thought it was going to be something that we could just lift up, pull out the pot just like everything, but it wasn't. It was like pretty tight in there, so we had to cut it out. So once we got that part done, we're like, okay, the hard part is done. We're good. We try to lift it up and it is heavy. It is poking us. All the spikes are poking us in our face. And we're like, all right, we have to come back to the drawing board and figure out what to do. So we decided that instead of lifting it, what we would do is kind of push it and wrap it with some towels to kind of prevent the spikes from hitting us in the face. Also, we wore some shields as well. That was very helpful, but the plan was basically to push it in and then try to rotate it in when we got there. Surprisingly enough, after we finished doing this, I had like a bruise on my leg because I tried to hold it up with my leg for support. That's how heavy this thing is, and it's crazy because it really doesn't look like that on camera. So we finally got it in. I didn't do anything special with it. I used topsoil, I used compost, I used food fertilizer, and that's about it. Alright, so it's another day in the neighborhood. I've gotten more blocks since then. My banana tree needs a little bit of love. Patiently waiting for the grass to grow in. I feel like personally that's the hardest part for us because we have no experience. So we're basically watching YouTube videos about that. So I bought some bricks that I'm gonna set up around this banana tree. We got the dwarf, I believe this is called the pygmy dwarf tree, but we got that in. I have this palm tree over here. My mandevillas are doing totally well. This side is catching on. This side is just sprouting like crazy. Like it doesn't even need an explanation at this point. But occasionally I'll help it hold on, but once it latches, it latches. It doesn't really need much help. Look at this one, like it is climbing. If you look right here, you'll see it. It's beautiful. And then I have some of these. They're gonna go right there. These are my podocarpus. They're doing pretty well. I kind of want to create like a round centerpiece type thing, so I'm working on that. I have my Indian river rocks, and I created like this circle because I'm going to put like this pretty like bistro set there. So I'm happy about that. of my little garden. So I have another it's called the Archaea Balm, I believe. Some more podocarpus. These are sister plants. Something sister. If you look up sister plants, they'll pop up. So I'm hoping this plant is going to do better. It's a shade plant, but I didn't, look at it when I read it. But I'm hoping that this palm tree really, really blocks out a lot of the sun. That's what I'm hoping for. It also, blooms flowers, and it has my Exoras. I believe this is an Exoras. So I have one in orange, and I have one in yellow. I love this. My other podocarpus, and I have some rose bushes. I'm gonna trim these up a bit, but they're doing a lot better than they were. At first, I didn't want to keep them because I was like, they're not doing what I want to, but I'm working on it. Another podocarpus. This is a palm that I need to fix ASAP. I don't know why I haven't gotten to it. And my other podocarpus plant. Grass still is barely growing. It's stressing me out. I only seen this come up. But I mean, it's been weeks now. Like, I think I might have to get a shady mix for right here. Like because I mean, look at it, like we're getting shade here. I think that is honestly the main problem, because the grass is growing right here, but it's not growing in any spaces that are really shady. So, and it's also growing in places I didn't even put it. So the wind is definitely doing its job. Ooh, but let me show you something. So this is how it looks from this angle. I wish there was a better angle. This sun is like, it's like shady, but it looks really good. It looks really, really good. When I'm done and I mulch it, fantastic. I just know it. But the grass is the hardest part. I'm gonna work on the pathway. It's gonna look beautiful. Work on some more like filler stuff that I want to go in here. And I think today I'm gonna work on putting this plant in. This was hell. I literally bruised myself. I honestly think it would have been a better idea to just have somebody plant it for me, because it was like a 3-man job, to be honest. Or if you have the right equipment, which we clearly didn't. So I'm gonna put that right there and plant a few more stuff. Just put that right there for now. I'm gonna work on flattening out this area so that I can have the circle around the coconut, around the banana tree, and work on the tiling today as well. So I came out during this time because it's not as hot, thank God. So yeah, that's how it's going. It's not easy, but we'll make it. So in Backyard Makeover Part 2, make sure you guys check that out on my playlist. I talked about how I wanted to make a pathway, and the square ones were the only one I found, so I was okay with it because I wanted the pathway to be white anyways. So as you guys can probably imagine, these were heavy as well. So what we did is that whenever we went to the store, we went and we picked up like 1 or 2 so that it would make the process much easier. I would say it took about 24, 25 of these. Some broke along the way, so we had to go back and get some more. But we kept looking for tutorials on how to do it, and we didn't really find anything, too concrete. So what we decided to do was basically get a square type shovel, and it digs the holes better and more clean. So once you dig the hole, and you don't want to dig it too deep, you just want to dig it like, deep enough to just hold it in. What we did is we ended up putting river rocks, but the pebbles underneath, and then we would add the block on top of it. And that's what we did along the way. But thank you guys so much for watching Backyard Makeover Part 3. Part 4 is coming soon. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. Also follow me on Instagram at leopardess_. If you like this video, please remember to give me a thumbs up and let me know what you guys think in the comments. So basically, we're just ending off the day with taking out weeds and planting grass seeds. So nothing too special here, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.